And there is a counter punch from Efe Ajagba, Niger, in the building. States that he's beating Bakole. After that, though, give me Usyk or Dubois. And let me counterpunch. I think this is very interesting to hear because we haven't heard a lot from Efe Ajagba at all. We've heard a lot from Martin Bakole in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? That he's beat everyone. He's the pound for pound #1 fighter in sparring, all this, that, and the other. But we haven't heard a lot from Efe Ajagba. So the man speaks. And, you know, I think people forget that Efe Ajagba is a power puncher. You know, he's pretty like Floyd Mayweather, straight up and down, no special effects. But he is nonetheless a power puncher. And based on what we've seen Joseph Parker do to Martin Bakole, it's not out of the question that this could happen. Okay, see, people are overlooking Efe Ajagba based on, you know, his one loss to Frank Sanchez. And by then, Frank has lost to the new boogeyman, I call him, Ajagba. But after that loss, people kind of threw Efe Ajagba, you know, away. You know, that's how boxing is, out of sight, out of mind. But since then, he's got married. He's, you know, I think he's better in spirit. I think his woman actually is making him happy, to be fair. You know, and shout out to Efe Ajagba. But this man, you know, was labeled like Wilder Jr. at one time, if you guys can remember. You know, he folds dudes up. His highlight reel is pretty damn impressive. So, you know, people seeing Martin Bakole get caught with a temple shot or, you know, a upper head shot and then falling like he did, you know, I think it's easier to fathom that Efe Ajagba could do it. Okay, even though I think Martin Bakole is a better counterpuncher and I think he's, you know, overall a better setup puncher. But Efe Ajagba's tall, he has the reach, he has the power, and it could happen. And seeing is believing. And I say that for a reason, because seeing Martin Bakole go down, it's easier to see that shit again. Just like it was easier to see Daniel Dubois quit, because we've seen him quit. That's why people, called him a quitter, right? So there you go with that scenario. You know, so Efe saying, hey, I'm taking and I'm focusing on Martin Bakole. After that, bring me Usyk and Dubois. Let me counterpunch, though, that part. I think it's always taboo to talk about someone else and then someone else after this. I think, hey, I'm going to get past them first, which he did say. But to say Usyk and to say Daniel Dubois before the fight is already, before it happened, I think that's never a good sign, because you're already mentally focusing on those people by speaking those people, if that makes sense. So I think Efe should have just left it out. Now, I'm not even going to talk about Usyk nor Dubois. Let me show you guys I can handle Martin Bakole. Then we can talk about Usyk or Dubois. You know, I think that's how he should have handled it. And one thing, shout out to Floyd, Money Mayweather. You know, he was best at mind control and not allowing other people's conversation or other fighters creep into the conversation during a fight he's having with the up and coming fighter. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about Manny Pacquiao. We're not going to talk about this fighter here. We talk about this fighter here. That's the fighter in front of me, and that's the fighter I want. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how Efe should have done it. You guys tell me what you think of Efe Ajagba saying that he's going to stop Martin Bakole or beat Martin Bakole. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched.